Hey guys, hey there everybody. It's JD with my boys Boyd and BC coming at you live from the tower on the flaming table. Today's topic is gonna be nostalgia.
Cold. Oh, okay.
But first, let's hear a word from our sponsor, Audible.
And Raid Shadow Legends. They both decided to sponsor us today, so double the revenue.
Yeah. So go ahead and go to audible.com/theidiots and get your first free Audible book. That's audible.com/theidiots. Get yourself, my recommendation is going to be The Last Wish. Since y'all are quarantined and doing shit, just go ahead and pick this bad boy up.
Instead of doing a full pitch.
Why not?
And Raid Shadow Legends is shit. Don't even bother with them. Alright, hey guys, what's going on?
Disclaimer, we are not actually sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends or Audible.com.
I wanted you to go without break into. Alright, Raid Shadow Legends. Oh shit,
come on.
Raid Shadow Legends, you can get whatever amount of characters for free, 1,000 silver.
Whatever.
Yeah, I just wanted you to go without break into.
Once again, we are not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Alright, moving on.
My brother to the left of me, BC, or where the fuck his username is. And then we got my boy across the table from me. Where the fuck his name is. So, let's just jump right into it. So how was y'all's week?
I'm not gonna lie, I wanna do it.
Hey, we actually had a podcast, the Band of Dudes.
You did?
We actually had
never
one.
Knew that.
It was on SoundCloud. 2 episodes. Ew. We had 2 episodes. They invited me to come on, but I didn't have the right equipment to do anything. It's like, yeah, that's fine. I almost became legit, man, but then it just kind of stopped because either Race or King, someone broke into their house.
Oof.
So let it kind of happen.
Alright, let's move away from that.
How was y'all's week this week?
Boring.
Yeah, me too.
Cleaning.
COVID-19 shit's been going down.
Lots of Joey, you can't. Alright, so the beer virus that's going around is kind of not a good word to say on this website.
Just COVID. The official name of it is COVID. Coronavirus is just what the media is calling it.
Alright, COVID-19.
Why is
it's just another form of the flu strain.
Chinese flu. Kung flu. Kung flu.
Okay, so if I could interject, one, why is it coronavirus?
I don't know. COVID virus? I don't know.
Okay, second off, I know it's COVID-19, but I think there's some Chinese biological weaponry. Why are we
you're not wrong. It would surprise me.
Yeah. With all the shit I've heard, why are we treating this like advanced flu? We're talking Wuhan, the biological warfare center of China, basically. Oh yes, we got some.
Oh yes! Yes!
Yes! He did it first try.
Yes!
Man,
a double flaming table. Oh come
shit,
on!
I fucked up.
No!
No!
You scared him away.
Teabag! Get him back over here.
You scared him away.
I hit my controller. I was talking about Corona.
Teabag, he might come back. Teabag, he might come. No, go up to him, and he might come back.
He's in his. He's got the 3 dots. He's in his the selection.
And anywho,
God damn it! I'm sorry. I'll take the blame on that one. But
No, but yeah, I think I'm entering like my third or fourth week of the quarantine from work.
Third or
no,
work.
you're
I
not
think it's
third
like
or fourth
second.
week. Yeah, it's second for you guys.
Oh yeah, it is the second. No,
No, wait,
it's the
no.
end of the second week.
No, wait.
Yeah.
What's my sit? There
But
we go.
anywho, let's step away from the no-no virus, and let's talk
Really?
about.
Wait. Hold up. Before you continue that, are you gonna publicize this? Are you gonna start a podcast?
Why not? I'll record this.
'Cause-
This is some quality content right here.
Yeah.
Because I kind of
This is the Drunk Tower, episode 0.
No, I like the name The IDOITS+1 better. And now there's someone blocking my camera.
Oh, come on. Really?
If you're gonna emote, don't emote like that.
Wait, this person already is that rank high to get that emote? That's the rank 99 emote.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, fuck this person.
Piss
Dado.
off.
I don't even think Dado at
piss
this point
off.
in time is there.
And you got your helmet off? Piss off.
Boo.
Boo.
Good thing I don't
Okay.
have my HUD on for harassment.
Okay, so a couple things before we start this podcast. One, I know Matt's with his girlfriend, but I feel like we should include him at some point.
Simp.
Well, the fourth member of our group is unavailable today because he is simping.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, if you're gonna call it IDOITS+1, it should be the idiots. You know what I mean?
I feel so included.
Look, you shouldn't.
Oh.
I'm sorry, man, but you're not an idiot. The idiots. Joey is. Fuck, I don't even know what my original point was. Do you want to start a
I'm
podcast?
drunk.
Well,
He's
We've
drunk.
already started. We've
He's
done the
underage.
intro.
wait, you've been recording? How long you've been recording?
Since the moment Joey did the intro.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it. Where were we at?
We
let me
were
just-
talking about a week. We were starting with you.
How our week was going through quarantine.
Oh, okay. I thought we were still talking about Destiny. Alright. Week through going quarantine. Let's see. I filled out some tax forms for the job. God damn it. I'm sorry. There we go. I filled out some tax forms for the job that I quit. And I'm gonna get my paycheck in a couple weeks. And other than that, I've been playing video games. I just finished Shadow of the Colossus a couple of days ago. I hated it, to be frank. I don't get why that's a big thing for PSN users. The controls sucked. The gameplay sucked. The story sucked. The music and the music and the visuals were the only thing that I liked about that game. It was about 5 hours, and I played half of it the first night when it downloaded, and I got it, and I played through it. The Colossuses were pretty straightforward. They weren't too confusing. The second half I played a couple days later, and they were overly specific. You needed to get them to do a certain move at a certain time in order to climb them. And it was all, once you got to climb them, it was just stabbing them. The gameplay wasn't exactly intriguing. Aggro sucked utter balls. He was harder to control than any horse I've ever had. I would have preferred Roach to aggro. That you guys have played Witcher. I would have preferred Roach to aggro suck ass controls. The amount of times I did the giddy up button, the triangle to get him to move faster, and he didn't do it. the amount of times I told him to go one direction and he went the complete opposite. Any kind of rock or something, he would stop his gallop. Fuck that goddamn horse. Right up the butt. I didn't feel anything when they tried to tell me he died, which, spoiler alert, he had a broken leg. He comes back at the end of the game.
Alright, so out of 10, what would you give it?
Like 2.
Okay.
I would give it a 2. I don't get why people are obsessed with that game. The visuals and the music were the only thing keeping me involved, and the visuals only because it was a PlayStation 4 remaster. So the hill, it was beautiful seeing the hills and the desert and all this kind of crap. But there was no story to draw me in. There was, I think, 4 cutscenes. The beginning, maybe 2 in the middle, but an ending. So 3 or 4 cutscenes, and it told me nothing about the universe.
Okay.
Spoiler alert again to anybody who hasn't played the game, but this dude comes with his dead sister, mom, aunt, rando, I don't know what it is, but he brings his body to an old shrine, and then the voice is like, alright, you gotta kill 16 colossi, or whatever. So I'm like, I can kill these things. And then throughout the game, there's 1, maybe 2 scenes of some people riding to my temple where I'm at, saying, "Oh no, this is some bad stuff." And when you when you killed the Colossus, yeah, some black smoke comes in and hits you, and you get transported from the battle site back to the temple. So it's like, alright, so some black demon smoke is hitting you. There's something going on. I know I'm getting tricked, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 1, maybe 2 scenes of some people riding to stop you, and it's like, oh no, things are happening. Then you kill the Colossus, and it gets there, and you're like, okay, I've killed 16 of these things. We got another person emote. You an OG? Or are you
gonna sit?
Or is he just gonna stay?
Is that a stripper? I didn't order a gay
Fucking
stripper.
awoken.
Oh god, it's so fucking awoken.
Alright, final thoughts?
Dude. I thought the game sucked, to be honest. The controls were horrible, the camera... Or not the controls. The controls when you were off the horse were alright. But the controls when you were on the horse to get to these different Colossus sucked. The camera sucked. The story sucked. I just didn't like... Well, of course, to be fair, I don't like a lot of things that apparently are quite popular. Like Breaking Bad, I didn't get the appeal of.
Really?
Yeah, I tried watching it on my own twice. I got through the 2nd season. I didn't finish it until my brother started rewatching it, and I joined, I don't know, 4th season. I skipped a solid season. And it was kind of just because that's what we were watching while we were eating dinner, type of thing. I hate a lot of stuff that's popular. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hipster at heart.
Yeah, I think you're a hipster at heart.
Don't. No, I was making a joke. Don't put that shit on me. Don't put that shit on me. I don't have a full beard and wearing flannel every day. I don't get a lot of this popular stuff. I
Well,
think Shadow of the Colossus, this thing that got remade over 2 different generations of gaming consoles, I hated it. The mere
to be fair, you hate everything.
No, I hate a lot of stuff, but I don't hate everything.
Yeah, I guess. But
It just,
it's
it
kind
just,
of like in my backlog, so I'll
it just.
probably.
I mean, I guess it's worth a play because it took all of 5 hours for me to complete it, and I
Oh shit!
swear at
Really?
least two. Yeah, it took me 5 hours and I think 13 minutes is what my save file told me before I deleted the game.
Hmm.
It's a short game, and apparently, I think it's worth playing, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't get the appeal of it. There's no story to draw you in, and it's just riding your suck-ass horse from one Colossus to another, and the Colossus themselves were like a puzzle, but starting at I think around the 14th, there's 16 total. But 13th or 14th Colossus, I had to do a lookup because they're so obscure. It's like, alright, you gotta get this thing to run into a torch, or like a big brazier, and then you gotta take a firebrand and you gotta drive him off the cliff. Like the voice will give you hints
Mm-hmm.
if you're taking a while.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the hints are either very obvious and you're just waiting for the thing to do the one move you're waiting for them to do so you can climb them, and then it's just stabbing them.
Mm-hmm.
I really
Okay,
didn't even
like.
have a problem managing the stamina. It's just waiting for them to get done with the circus to stab
Mm-hmm.
them. Or it's some convoluted bullshit in which you gotta either know it or get a walkthrough to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. I'm
I
pretty
just
sure Colossus is like a sequel to something, or it's like a
Shadow,
universe or built thing. It
Shadow
could
of the
be.
Shadow of the Colossus was a PS2 game,
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
it was it was an inspiration for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So
And
I'll give it its scenery in the remastered PS4 version. I don't think it was that great in anything else, and I don't think it would draw me in any other generation.
hmm
But it did spoke a lot of ideas for different games.
yeah, I can see that.
And the music was good, but the gameplay, the story, the controls, the just about everything else did not make me want to play the game. The first
Yeah.
half, the first half I was alright. The second half started pissing me off, and it made me not want to complete the game and finish it. Apparently, there's collectibles. I didn't know that because the game didn't address it at all. I don't know if that's a remastered thing, but the game didn't address it at all. I only found two by accident, and the only thing other than stab the Colossus in the weak spot that it addressed was play its shrines to regenerate your health. But it pretty much constantly regenerates the health, so there was no purpose.
Hmm.
I just genuinely didn't like the game. I would give it a 2 out of 10.
Oh
Okay.
damn.
It's pretty brutal.
Controversial.
Yeah,
I'll have to
fuck your
play it
dream.
and see how it is for myself before I can
Yeah,
make a conclusive opinion on that.
yeah, you do that, cause again, it's a short game, and I have a tendency to hate a lot of popular things, or at
Yeah, that's
least
true.
not get,
Mr.
or at-
Hipster over here.
shut
Let's
the
not
fuck
start that
up.
again. All
Or
right.
or at
Moving
very
on.
least, just
Oh,
let me finish.
yes.
At very least, I don't get why they're so popular. So I think it's worth playing the game if you haven't, because it is an iconic thing. But I
Just
just
to get the
don't
experience of it.
Right. And that's why I played it, because it was iconic. But I just don't get the appeal of it.
Okay. Yeah.
What other conversation do we have at the burning table?
Joey, what have you been playing during quarantine? What have you cleared out of your backlog?
I've actually been catching up on a lot of my backlog.
Well, if you've done a lot, then do a quick summary on each.
Quick summary on each. I feel like you're throwing shade at. I feel like you're throwing shade at me for doing this long-winded hate on a popular game.
Well, now that you said it. Alright, Joey?
So I just recently finished God of War 3.
Have you? Because I just started the download on that.
I gotta say, it was fun gameplay. It was a fun game. I gotta say, it was fun, a lot of puzzles. But of course I played it on easy mode, because, you know, I'm a bitch like that. And compared to God of War 3 and 4, it was very clunky. I don't know, it's just because there was no camera controls. No camera controls just kind of like really threw me off. But I was able to like I still kind of got used to it, but I didn't. It was fun. I'll give it that. It was really fun to play. Of course, it was just like I don't know, just because it was like a hack and slash, and or a button mash hack and slash, I guess you could say. I just kind of play. It was fun. It took me about maybe 15 hours, maybe if that. 10, 13 hours.
That's still longer than I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, I died a lot too, because as again, you know, there were no camera controls, so I couldn't get a real good, accurate placement of like when I was doing some puzzles, like that were like on the Chain of Olympus, for instance. I think I died like at least 10 times because I just couldn't get the camera placement at all, so I could jump to the next platform.
I hate it. Yeah.
It's kind of like a platformer hack and slash, but I still know the basic story of God of War, because you figure out in God of War 4, and it pretty much tells you within the first 5 minutes, which was pretty nice. But again, it was a fun game, like just to shut down and just play along. It was fun. I'll give it that.
Sure.
So I've got like maybe a couple more games left in the backlog. Like I just downloaded the Telltale Batman. I've yet to play it, but it seems interesting.
All right, we'll have to hear how you like that next time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk about my backlog, my quarantine game, which would be Doom Eternal. 9 out of 10. id Software has done it again. If this doesn't get Game of the Year, I will hunt down the people who voted against it and redacted them myself. Great gameplay.
Imagine being a game producer and getting fucked in the ass by a 17-year-old because you didn't get it.
The only game that I would be fine with it losing Game of the Year to would probably be Cyberpunk or Last of Us Part 2. But it would have to be close. Very close.
Yeah.
The visuals, graphics, amazing. Gameplay, amazing. Soundtrack, heavenly. Greatest thing in gaming history, the Doom soundtracks by Mick Gordon, who is the Messiah. And then...
Whoa, man. You're top of John Williams like that?
John Williams is in a different category. He's in a different category.
Howard Shore like that?
He's Titan level. Howard Shore's like Olympian.
All right,
Mick
so we've
Gordon's
got
like
God the
Olympian level
Father.
too.
We've got God the Father, John Williams. God the Son,
That's kind of
Howard Shore.
blasphemy there.
It's a
So
metaphor.
it's
And God the Holy
blasphemy.
Yeah,
Spirit, Mick Gordon.
you can make a less blasphemous metaphor.
Okay,
Because you two are Catholics, but I still believe in the Trinity as a lowly Lutheran over here. I still believe in the Trinity. And you over here equating some music boys to the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
It's a
Frankly,
metaphor.
I'm offended. No,
It's a
no, I
offended.
as a white
You know what?
man am
Yes!
offended
Yes!
by the
Yes!
fact that you're
Cancel
bringing.
you. Alright, folks, this is the last episode. We are canceling this. We are canceling whatever the fuck this
Well,
is.
actually, society says that white men can't have an opinion, so Andy, you're off the table, and we're all off the table then. But, anywho, you get the metaphor, you understand. They're the three kings of composer, and Mick Gordon is one of them. I give the game a 9 out of 10. I would have given it a 10 out of 10 if I could find a reason to.
Yeah. My big problem with the Doom games is it's not like Modern Warfare where there's or some type of game, Call of Duty, Halo, whatever, where there's the single player and then there's a big multiplayer attached to keep you coming back to it. It just seems like a very one track. All right, you've done the campaign. You've collected these small. There's not many collectibles.
There's a lot of collectibles, and they're all.
Well, I mean,
I'd say they're fun to get because they're worthwhile. Because you need collectibles. Because you need upgrade tokens. So you need suit tokens if you want to get better. And I played it on Ultra Violence, with the exception of the second time I met the Marauder. I just said, screw it. I'm putting it on Hurt Me Plenty until I can take care of the Marauder. Because I need to learn how to fight him better. I'd like to see you do it.
I will do it
And
if
so,
it's not $60.
the rest of the game, I had it on Ultra Violence, even during the spoilers, the Icon of Sin fight. And it was really fun. The gunplay, I felt, was really good. Though sometimes it can get a little hectic, especially when Marauders are thrown in the mix. And I really wish that Archviles did not have the ability to spawn buffed Marauders. Because that can get annoying.
I guess going back, my thing is the collectibles, they're necessary. It's not like you can say, okay, I'm gonna play the game at this level and I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna fight these demons. I'm not gonna have a problem with anybody.
Well, you could do that on the lesser game modes, on the lesser difficulties. You want to do you want to play Doom just for ripping and tearing? That's fine. You play Doom that way.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not like an Assassin's Creed or an Arkham City, Asylum, whatever game. It's not like the collectibles are just for the sake of collecting and it's completionist. At a certain level, from what I can tell, the collectibles are a necessary thing.
The collectibles
so it's
include.
Like you gotta go back and get those.
Well, the collectibles include cheat codes, which can only be used on mission select, kind of like free play in Lego Star Wars. Soundtracks and toys, and then the other kind are weapon tokens, which mostly come from combat and clearing demonic corruption, and then Praetor suit tokens, which you'll get plenty of.
Yeah, so it helps you with the rest of the game. I don't know. My thing is, it just seems like a very one-track game. You play it through, and you get the collectibles to help you beat that playthrough of the game, and you might get some lore things along the side. But it seems like the second playthrough is kind of like, okay, I know what's going on, and yes, it's a very fluid. There are different enemies you gotta figure out how to do. It doesn't seem like it would entertain me personally.
Well, when it goes on
yeah.
sale for whatever you would buy it, whether it be 30 or 40 bucks, if it's under 40 or 30, definitely get it.
Yeah, I think I might. And
Oh, yeah.
Doom 16 is like $10 right now on the PSN. I might do that.
Because
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm just saying, I don't think I would buy it for $60.
Alright, well, that's you, and that's...
That is me, and I'm an asshole for all 8 of your listeners.
Hey, man, that's just your opinion. That's just, like, your opinion, man.
Alright. Closing thoughts on the podcast.
Closing thoughts, we apparently talked all through Destiny Night.
And now
it is
day
broad
again.
fucking daylight.
Well, you did a lot of talking, so...
I did a lot of ranting, let's be honest. I didn't really
we could call this the Tower Rant.
No, I'll call it the Idiots +1, and for a while it will just be random thoughts with the Idiots +1.
Just call it like fire chat random thoughts.
That's already been taken.
Oh,
I'll
really?
come up with it later,
yeah,
I think before we
sure
close, we should do one more subject
One more subject.
that we can
I
all
like
talk
it.
about is our most nostalgic movie.
Oh, cause I was about to say some weird shit.
Not favorite movie.
I'm gonna
nostalgic.
say
One that you think of immediately brings nostalgia.
I'm gonna say fucking not Star Wars, The Lord of the Rings.
Really?
I'm gonna say
Explain.
hold on. I'm gonna explain with shit, I can't think too straight. But I'm gonna go with Spider-Man 3.
What?
Really?
Yeah. I'm coming with the controversy.
The emo dude hip thrusting down New York Avenue, whatever the fuck that street was called.
Spider-Man 3 nostalgia.
I'm gonna need you to explain.
Yeah, explain.
Because it was one of the first movies that I went to by myself to go see when we lived in Japan.
I remember. I remember when we saw it in Arizona, and we went to some buffet before we went to see it. And
hold on. Yeah. And it was the first DVD that I bought with my own money when we lived in Japan. I grew up a lot when we lived in Japan. Like, I was like 13 when we lived in Japan. And I was like 16, 17 when we moved.
I'm a little bitch.
So I did a lot of growing up there in that time.
I'm still a little bitch, still kind of growing up on my mom and dad paying my bills. Yeah, but in my defense, I'll say I'll hate that. I hate the fact that I'm relying on other people. But I'm gonna go basic bitch and say probably Star Wars is the most nostalgic thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll explain. So when I was a kid, my mom read some books to me and my brother, like his bedtime stories. But Star Wars was the first thing I really got into.
Hi, puppy.
And it was one of the few things that me and my dad and my brother kind of connected on. My dad was born in '65 and Star Wars came out when he was 12.
Do you want to say something, Zoe?
Oh yes, please.
Any word from Zoe? Just a whole bunch of sniffing? Okay. Good
That was valuable.
Thank you. Thank you for your input.
Yes, thank you, Zoe.
Good.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of the few things that my dad and I and Matt
Yes, there you go.
really got into was Star Wars,
Who's a good puppy?
and he showed us the original trilogy before the others, and the prequels, and I only saw the prequels in theaters after my parents and my grandpa went to check out. It's like, oh, is it too violent or whatever? So the Star Wars trilogy was a huge thing for me. Like that's what I got into, and then later on Lord of the Rings, and to a greater extent the Lord of the Rings. But Star Wars was the big thing. That I was like, all right, like I feel like I'm a respectable child right now that my parents can bring me to see some dude getting burned alive. Um, cause yeah, when that came out, that came out in 2005. I was 7. I was 7, and I went to like the second showing in my hometown of that. And I saw some dude getting burned the fuck alive.
And for
And that was
YouTube, we're talking about the movie, not an actual person. The movie, not a real person, YouTube.
yeah,
Don't take this out of context.
yeah. I saw Anakin Skywalker, the fictional character, get burned alive at 7 years old, and I felt like a big man. I was like, all right. I can connect with people, and this is a big series going on, and this is the final chapter before Disney fucked it up.
Disclaimer,
That's
we
a
here
whole
at the
nother-
Idiots Plus One do not approve of Disney Star Wars, especially the sequel trilogy. We will go.
That's
We
a
will,
whole other topic.
that is a
to
whole
discuss.
nother show. We will not discuss this any further.
Yeah,
Continue, Andy.
I'm not trying to get mad, but before
Before
Disney
the dark
acquired
times.
LucasArts, before the dark
Yeah.
times, that was the final chapter, and I got to see that at the second showing at 7 years old. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is my stuff, and I dove into Star Wars, that whole universe, and that was my big thing, and I don't remember. Joey, you're older than me, so you remember the first movie that you went to
Hello,
alone,
friend.
or the first, I don't know,
Hi,
fast
puppy.
food you got on your own money or whatever. But that was my big thing. My big thing was Star Wars. I may your 8 people audience may call me a basic bitch, but that was my big. I keep throwing shade at your low subscriber count. I'm sorry.
Well, now I'm going to get even
Yeah,
more
I'm not.
basic. The movie, for some reason, that fills me with the most nostalgic feeling. Not that I necessarily I love Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, but for some
Yeah.
reason Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone always hits me
Really?
with a nostalgic feeling.
Really?
Yeah,
I gotta hear this because
Now-
I'm trying not to throw shade right now, but
Now,
I gotta hear
I-
your story.
I would erase Harry Potter to save Lord of the Rings any day. Like,
Obviously.
that's
I-
obvious. Same with
Yeah,
Star
I-
Wars. But for some
Okay.
reason, when I watched the
Hold up.
first Harry Potter movie, the theme, the aesthetic, the visual of the movie, like that Halloween theme that's going on here, and I think it's got to do with the soundtrack. And I didn't even watch that movie when it came out. I don't think I was existed yet. But I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch it until I was 13. But for
I
some
didn't watch the
reason,
Harry Potter series until like a year ago. I
but for
was
some
20
reason,
21
the
at the
strangest, I
time.
don't know how to explain it, but when I hear the first movie play and that theme, it triggers a very strong nostalgic feeling.
Well, you can thank John Williams for that. That was all him.
John Williams is a god among men.
Wait, John Williams did the soundtrack to Harry
He
Potter?
Yeah,
did the
the first-
soundtrack to the first 2. I don't know if he did the third one, but the new composer kept the main theme because it was so good.
John Williams is at the forefront of a lot of pop culture icons like John, Star Wars, Harry Potter, because he's that good.
He is,
and fucking Home Alone. And Home Alone.
Home Alone is another one.
They hired him as a joke. They didn't really think he would have come on. Like, hey, I'll do this, no problem.
Home Alone is another one.
As a joke.
And that's the reason why I like John Williams better than Howard Shore. But I will say, if you pick the main franchises, Star Wars for John Williams and Howard Shore, Lord of the Rings, I would pick Howard Shore.
When I hear concerning hobbits, I think I want to leave this life and I want to live on the Shire with all the Shire folk. I want that life. That is my life that I want. The simple life.
Concerning hobbits and shit, I don't remember the name of it.
The Bridge of Khazad-dûm. Those are straight fire.
It is, but I was gonna say the main theme for evil, the
Saruman's, yeah.
Yeah, Saruman theme.
Yeah. That
is
I gotta say it. John Williams, he rocked a bunch of different franchises, but Howard Shore, if you're talking like the main what they're known for type of song.
Howard Shore, I don't recognize him in any other movie, but I know when I hear the Howard Shore, I immediately think of Lord of the Rings. John Williams, you think of dozens of different things.
John loves the string quartet. He loves the strings. Howard goes for like the flute and the wind instruments. You could tell. Like, John just loves the string, the violin specifically. But then Howard just loves, like, the soft flutes.
Which is weird, because I would say if I could learn any instrument instantly, and just ignoring the ability to purchase the instrument, I would say an organ, because I would love to have, like, a church-sized organ. But knowing the fact...
Oh, shit! We got someone with the callus stick! Hey!
Oh, not...
He's gonna get closer? He's gonna get closer? Is they gonna get closer? Come on!
Come on, do the callus sit.
Don't be shy.
He may think we're AFK. Come on. Yeah, I'll move about.
Get closer. Get closer, bitch.
Alright, well, while these guys figure it out, that's my closing thought.
But yeah, I would like to play the organ, but knowing the fact that they're like $500,000 to install and whatnot, I would do violins. I think the violin has a lot of range, so you would think I would like John Williams more. But Howard Shore I feel like he comes in with more of a tone.
The feel, yeah.
It may be because of how long they spent on the movies, but the Lord of the Rings ones, they just have more of an impact for me, whether visuals, music. But yeah, man, it just nostalgia-wise, I gotta go with Star Wars, cause that's what the first thing that me and my dad really got into, you know. He was like, hey, to me and my brother, he was like, hey, you guys want to watch Star Wars? And I'm like, what's that? And he pops in A New Hope, and I'm like, this is the shit! I'm 6 years old, but I still use this language. This is the goddamn motherfucking shit!
And I think with that, we're out of time for today. Alright, so for our closing, I think we should go... where should we close at and move? Should we go up there?
We should suicide. That's our closing.
if I can grab my controller.
Wait,
'Cause I'm
wait,
like-
no.
No,
Wait,
Easy.
you're
Alright,
putting
so
this out on the internet to clear legally my name.
alright, so
Kids,
so
don't
Andrew, stand
suicide.
here. Stand here.
Okay, yeah, I'll sue.
Tell us, where can we
I'll-
find you?
Nowhere, because I'm not a YouTuber. Next.
Nice. Jump off, Joey.
Oh,
Where are
okay,
you?
okay. See ya. To
Well,
be clear,
I guess
though,
you could
kids
find me
don't-
on Twitter, but I never go on any social media.
Alright. So, is that what you want? Alright. And you can find me, u/bckirk85 on Reddit. But then again, nobody really follows anybody on Reddit.
Fuck that.
And that concludes the IDOITS+1 podcast.
.0.
Number 1.
Point
No, no,
zero.
Yeah, that should be .0 because we didn't start with the idiots, you know?
Yeah.
I'll count this as the first episode. It's just it's a pilot.
Fine.
Okay, sure. If you post it, do point pilot.
All right, hold on.
.0, the idiots +1. Like
So
that.
I gotta actually officially close it. Give me silence.
You